Hi everybody, Steven here. So this is part 5 of our Archicad tutorial, modeling the Villa Tugendhat by Miss Vandero. In the previous video, I'll show you how to create a 3D mesh using Sketchup by creating contour lines and bringing them into Archicad, and then using the mesh tool to create that 3D shapes. And then one thing that I talked about is I wanted to kind of bring a texture on top of this mesh, so we could see the roads and the houses. So that's what I'm going to show you today. If we go back first to SketchUp, this is the image that we get from adding a location. We got the terrain. Actually, what I want to do is something like this, but in Archicad. So I would kind of need to bring that image here into Archicad. But I think this image is a kind of bad quality because it's not really using the Google Earth, Google Map image. So I think this one is a bit nicer. And if we turn off the globe option, it will kind of flatten the image. So I mean, it's really up to you. Maybe we can try to do the image with the globe on. Maybe have a more 3D look to it. But what I like to is to maybe remove the labels. Yep. And okay, so the issue now is it's about scale. Because if we go back to Archicad, I need to apply a texture on top of it, but then I need to know the exact scale of it. Oops, police. Okay. So first I need to know what's the exact size of that image. So then I can take a screenshot of this and bring the two photo in Photoshop and kind of resize the one from Google Maps so it kind of match the one that I got from SketchUp. So let's do that first. So if we go into SketchUp, I'm gonna go on the snapshot layers. Look at that. As you can see, it's red. It means that it's locked. Just right click and unlock this layer. Double click to go inside the group, and if you press B, it's the tool to apply surfaces. But if you press Alt, it will, just like in Archicad, absorb the property. And as you can see now, it's under the material palette. And if you go into Edit, you get Location Snapshot JPEG. Browse for images. So usually, because we got it from the internet, like we didn't import that image into our file, so I'm not sure exactly where this is saved. It must be into one of the temporary files or windows or somewhere. But if you click that button here, edit texture, and then let's just say edit, create, edit, and just save a copy. So now I can save that same image somewhere in a folder. So I'm just gonna, location snapshot, press save. Okay, so now if you go to our file in Photoshop, file open, and location snapshot. So that's the image we got. If we looked at the image size, it's quite low resolution, so what we could do, maybe kind of stretch the image, because it's important to keep the proportion right. And I need to click on this so that the ratio is kept. Oops, connect to it, of course. I think I haven't done that in a while. I don't know if it's because the size is too big. Okay, I guess because my computer is not. Oh, I did too, but I think my computer is not. The hardware is not good enough, so can't really handle those type of operation. But doesn't matter. I just increased the size of the image, and now I'm gonna bring the. Oops, I'm skipping steps. I have to go back here and kind of do a screenshot that's similar to the image that I have here in Photoshop. So I'm gonna use the snipping tool. So it's this tool here, and you can find that under Windows, or if you're on a Mac, you can just do a screenshot of this window here. And I'm just gonna do rectangular snip. And I'm just gonna select this. Maybe I'm gonna select a bit higher. So you just want to get an image that's similar to the one you had on Sketchup. I'm gonna save that. Location to. Yeah, I'm really bad at naming stuff, but just make sure that when you do it, you name it in something that you can remember. And then I'm gonna open location 2. So now those two, I'm just gonna copy that image. So I press Ctrl A to copy everything. Go back in here, press Ctrl V, and now we'll have to move things around to kind of be similar to the image below. So to do that, I just lower the opacity so I can see through. Then I zoom in, and I'm just slowly try to go over it. As you can see, my Google image is a bit bigger, so I'm just gonna press Ctrl T to resize and kind of try to fit the image. What you can do is to maybe, instead of doing the house, try to fit the streets. It's not going to be super accurate, but it will kind of enhance your 3D model. Yep, so look at the house here, and so there's this house in the lower left corner, and those houses here. So it's kind of alright. So let's turn that off and put back the opacity at 100%. And let's see. Maybe this is pushed a bit up. So I'm just using the keyboard just to, the arrow keys, just to shift the image up and down a tiny bit. Looks about right. So now I'm gonna save that image. I did that because I wanted to make sure that the new image is the exact same size as our mesh. Save that as a, let's say, PNG. It's going to be location 3. Press OK, and So now I just want to check something. Image size. So it's 1080 and 916. So we go back to here. That's a mesh, and what we want to do is to have the image stretch on this piece. Just to check the ratio that are correct, what I can do is to create a rectangle here, just using the fill tool, and I'm just going to drag that on the side, and I'm going to resize that edge to 1080. It's going to be really tiny, but then it allows me to measure. So this one is 913, and I think the other one was image size 96. Well, it's really negligible, like the difference, but if you had the same, that'll be perfect. But that's fine. So now you go back to Archicad, and now it's time to create a surface that we're gonna apply on that mesh. So it's under, I think it's under option, element, attribute, surfaces. I'm just gonna make a new one, call it location. You can call it location, site context. Just make it as a duplicate, that's fine. And internal engine. And now I want to add a texture. So I'm going to search from dialog box. So now we got location 3. Press OK. So we get that image. OK. And now we go into the 3D. Select the mesh, press Ctrl T to go into the settings, go into the surface, and now we get location set context. Press OK, and that's what we got. Go a bit closer. So I mean the texture is applied, but then as you can see, it's a pattern of the little yeah. So what we need to do is to actually stretch that image so it fits the exact size of that mesh, and so we need to know this size here, 249333. So if you go back to option, surfaces, and here there was a step that I missed. So keep original proportion, because before I think it was stretched a little bit, and the long edges is going to be 249333. Press OK. So now if you go back to the 3D view, it's stretched, but as you can see, the image is not in the right position. Like this part here should be at the bottom, this one should be at the top. So you need to reset the projection of the image onto the slab and tell Archicad where is the starting point or one of the corner of the image, because right now you just set it up at the middle. So how you do that is you select the mesh, and this is really the magic tool. Go into document, creative imaging, align 3D texture, and set origin. And I'm gonna set it into one of the corner. Voila! So now the image is stretched onto the mesh, and it's has the correct size. Cool. And then the house is kind of in the right position, because we had the footprint from when we did the contour, but this is great. It gives context, greeneries, and with that we, like, let's say if we go back to the floor plan, ground floor, well, you can't really see it here, but what you could do is to bring the location image 3, drag it into Archicad, then just put that into the corner, stretch the image, and need to be rotated a little bit. And oops, I want to be over, but just rotate here. Okay, for some reason it went a bit beyond, but doesn't matter. This is just to give us a guideline on where the road should be. So now we could like add the road. I'll quickly show you how to do that. And I'm gonna create some lines that be used as a guidelines to create a slab. So I do a line first, then I use the arc tool. Actually, maybe I can just do straight stuff here. Here, I'm gonna delete this one, and beyond this one, I'm just gonna give it a bend. Then I can take this one. Actually, this needs to be moved around to here. Delete that, and I'm going to select those two. I'm going to intersect them, and it doesn't work. Like the curves was stretched to here. So what you do is to take this line, stretch it so it intersects with here. And if you go over the line and press Control, just like the wall, you can have a scissors tool, and you can cut the parts that you don't want. I'm going to take this one, make sure that it's go over, and I'm going to make a copy, 7.5 in this case. I'm going to make another line here. Just not do it straight. Make a copy of that line. Stretch it, and now I have this. And those two is going to intersect. Those two intersect, and I'm going to make a copy of this and drag it along that line. Press Shift to make it stick to this line. Make another copy. Because I press Control Alt allows me to do multiple copies in the same during the same operation. I'm gonna copy here, and just gonna create another line for the road. I can cut this, delete that part, cut this, and now I'm just gonna shift it there a little bit. Cut this. So now if you can round the corners, so you select the two lines and make sure that they meet at a single point, and then you go over to that point, and there's this little fillet. So you go here, radius, that's up to you, let's say 3000. That's about right. So I'm just going to do the same here. through here, select the two lines, then the node where they intersect, click it and go into the fillet, press 3000. Here, want to select the center, 3000. Okay, and oops. So now I'm just gonna make another line from here to here, just so that can be used as a create intersection point with those lines, so I can use the scissors tool to cut it. And I'm gonna make another one here, so I can cut those lines. And one here, or maybe just gonna take from here. Oops. Maybe I'll just delete that image for now. Don't need that anymore. Maybe there. I do need it. Okay, do we need to stretch that? No. I'm just gonna cut that and delete the image. Oh, maybe not yet, because I need to bring back those lines over that mesh. So just want to delete that first, just to show you what we have. And so that road that we just created, or I mean the outline, we're gonna use that as a reference to create a slab. So I just press Ctrl Z to undo the what I deleted, and press slab and go inside the road, press spacebar to activate the magic wand, and press and click inside. So now it created a slab within the outline. And if I select the slab and press F5, you can see it's here. And now I need to bring back that slab onto here, and I'm going to select everything and bring it there. So I know that the slab will be located at the exact position above the slab, above the mesh, I mean. Okay, now let's go into 3D. Yep, so the slab is here. It's under there. If you drag it up, let's see. And now to have it onto the 3D, we're gonna stretch it. Let's say it needs to intersect with the mesh. We can drop it down a little bit. Make sure that everything is above the mesh, like this. And then we can use the solid operation. So this is going to be the target. Just like we did with the staircase, we're going to remove the top part, the one that's above the mesh. And the operator is going to be the mesh. Subtraction with upward extrusion. Press OK. And that's what we got. And of course it's not working properly. I think it's because this is on. Oh yeah, that's something weird that I don't know exactly why it happens, but this will only show if it's the soil, like the mesh is on that setting here and not this one. And just gonna drag that. Need to drag that edge inside here, and it's still a bit out. So we can do it in 3D as well. Oops. And now we need to actually subtract some of the mesh so the road is seen. So select the road. Now the road's going to be the operator, and select the mesh as the target, and we're going to subtract. Execute, and now we get the road. Wonder if I can move it down. If it's, yeah. So now if we go into the 3D view, I mean the 2D view, and if we, let's say, move the image, oops, move the copy. Now you can actually, oh, I need to delete all the lines as well that I created. So I just press line and Control A to select all the lines, press delete, and now you can see the road is actually shown onto the mesh. Okay, I mean that's what I wanted to show you. Hey, wait, I want to know if I can apply that surface that we have, so you can see the doesn't show. Let's see. Okay, we can apply that texture, but as you can see, I think we need to realign the projection. Set origin and choose the same point. Okay, it doesn't work. Let's check again. Nah, doesn't want to work. So why is that? Because if I were to make a copy of this, and let's say instead of that, let's say it was a full slab. Oh wait, because right now if I go back to here and realign the texture and set the origin to here, okay, maybe I need to reset the texture. Aha, okay, let's click on that option, reset, and now set the origin to this corner. Okay, still doesn't work. Oh my god. Maybe I'll try to figure out why next time. Oh. Reset. Wait. I'm just going a bit further, just trying stuff. That's the thing with Archicad, it's always about experimenting and trying new things. Okay, well, I'll try to figure out myself later, but you can change the surfaces of this. I think it's this one in the middle, and just put whatever you want. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, I know that kind of want to do fast, and but if you have some issues in doing that step, just leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. Thank you.